Today we're going to do a tier list of all the I win the game cards and you lose the game cards. Cards where you're dead in a single shot. You thought you were alive and then it's over. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Azor's Allocutors. For Azorius, we got 3 generic for a 3/5 human advisor. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a filibuster counter on Azor Allocutors. Then if Azor's Allocutors have 5 or more filibuster counters on it, you win the game! Oh my goodness. But what is that gonna take? 5 turns to do? Oh, they got the Azor's Allocutors. We gotta keep an eye on them. Alright, it's been 2 turns, 3 turns. How many filibuster counters are there on there? Whenever a source deals damage to, remove a filibuster from Azor's Allocutors. This thing is absolutely terrible. That is an absolute fail. I mean, the only way I think you can get this thing off is perhaps, I don't know, you gotta proliferate the thing like crazy. We got our Azor's Allocutor. You have to wait at least 1 turn. Wait at least 1 turn, then go wild with them proliferates. Anyway, okay, so this card's absolute crap. I don't know how far crap I'm gonna go down on this tier list. I don't know how bad the cards get, but this one's pretty bad. I mean, I haven't even heard of the damn card until now. Okay, Richard has Dream Trawler. Is that an I win card? Dream Trawler. Okay, white, blue, white, 2 generic for a 3/5. It doesn't win the game at all. Okay, so fail. Doesn't say I win the game, doesn't say you lose the game. It's gotta say you win the game. Did you really think Dream Trawler was so good that it wins the game by itself? Okay, Dem says Phage. Yeah, you can't have an I win the game, you lose the game show without Phage. Phage, quadruple black 3 generic for a 4/4 avatar minion. Enters the battlefield. If you didn't cast it from your hand, you lose the game. Whenever Phage deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature. Can't be regenerated. Whenever Phage deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Okay, now if you're actually casting this from your hand, it's not terrible. I mean, it effectively has Death Touch and can win the game out of nowhere. It can't be cheating Phage into play, that's all. You can't be cheating Phage. No be cheating. Don't be cheating with Phage. Phage kills you. Phage is a tough relationship. But where to put Phage? You know what? I'm gonna put her at A. She ain't that bad. She's also not, but she's just not good as your commander, that's all. Erlen says, I feel like Demonic Bargain counts, right? Okay, let's go take a look at Demonic Bargain. Demonic Bargain. We got black 2 generic sorcery. Exile the top 13 cards of your library. Then search your library for a card. Put that card into your hand, then shuffle. What does this have to do with winning the game? That does not. It has to say you win the game or somebody loses the game. It's got to at least have the word game in the text box. That has nothing to do with that at all. Do I still do deck list reviews? Oh my god, you are like from 3 years ago. Nope. Okay, how about, we have a super chat. We got Dr. Magulus. Revel in Riches. Instant arch enemy in Commander. Whoops, Revel in Riches. Okay, we got a black 4 generic enchantment. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, create a colorless treasured artifact token with sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. It sounds like they died and you took their money. You're reveling in all the death of a million people. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more treasures, you win the game. But isn't it like really easy to make treasure? You just like revel in riches and then just make a bunch of treasure generators and then just win automatically. This card actually looks busted. Only 5 mana. Okay, get this. This is 5 mana, 1 color. All you need is 10 treasures, but for some reason, Coalition Victory is 5 colors. You need all these different. It's more mana than 5. I think it's way harder to pull off, and somehow that card is banned. This card's ridiculous. Okay, this is an S tier win condition. Revel in riches. Revel in the death of a million other people. S tier. Definitely S tier win condition. Hedron alignment. They never did get that alignment. If they got that alignment, the Eldrazi would have won. But it was too hard to pull off, even for the Eldrazi. Blue 2 generic enchantment with hexproof. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may reveal your hand. If you do, you win the game. If you own a card named Hedron Alignment in exile, in your hand, or in your graveyard, and on the battlefield, you have to have all 4 of them. It was the quad factor of victory, essentially. Also, you could pay a blue 1 generic scry 1. Now, in Commander, this combo is impossible to pull off. 'Cause you only have, or is it I think it's impossible. Yeah, you can't have a copy of a card in your hand and in the graveyard at the same time. You're not gonna pull that one off. Unless you have like a rule 0 where you can have Hedron alignment, you know. You can have more than 1 copy of Hedron alignment in your deck. D tier. I think this is absolute garbage. What a trash combo this is. I think it's also very hard to pull off. Is it harder than the Azor's the filibuster combo? You know what? Maybe it's easier than that one. We're gonna swap them around. Filibuster, go to the bottom. Bottom for the filibusters. All right, King Ginger, what do you got for us? Hellkite Tyrant, easy S tier in Commander. Is this an I win the game card? Hellkite Tyrant, red 4 generic for a 6/5 flying trampler. Whenever Hellkite Tyrant deals combat damage to a player, gain control of all artifacts that player controls. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. It actually is pretty S tier. It's almost like the Revel in... It's actually just a crappier Revel in Riches card. Because Revel in Riches is, you know, just gain control of 10 artifacts. Sorry, 10 treasure tokens. And then you win the game. This one is gain control of 20. But whatever. And you have to wait till the beginning of your upkeep. It's good enough for me. You know, I don't think it's that hard to get that many artifacts. Everyone's got artifacts. You're going to swipe them all. Alright, we're going to give it... Do I give this S tier? Maybe we're going to start pushing things down. Because I can think of a few I win the game cards that are better than these cards. And I think we all know what we're talking about, too. I think we all got the same card on our mind. Okay, I'll get another super chat because you people seem to love your super kit chats. Glorious End from Abe. Okay, red, 2 generic, instant, end the turn. At the beginning of your next end step, you lose the game. Oh my goodness. I can't remember, how do you use this card? You end the turn, at the beginning of your next end step, you lose the game. But why do you, I guess you don't want to lose the game this turn because something might trigger? I can't remember the purpose of something like this. Yeah, you lose. The utility of this damn thing. What, Pact of Negate? Maybe. I guess so. I can't remember the purpose of this thing. Like whatever. I can't think of it right now. I'm stuck. But I need to know the utility in order to actually rank this thing. Is it only to dodge death? I think that's it. It counters all spells and skips and end step triggers. I guess all of that stuff. It's basically a red counterspell. I guess so. All right, we're gonna give it A tier. It's got that good it's got some utility there. Is this not about cards target player loses the game? It can be. Yeah. Anything that will win you the game or they lose the game is a set. Or actually, it says I win the game. It also could be they lose the game. Any game, it says the game is going to end now. The game ends on the spot. That's the cards that we're looking at today. Mr. Very Smart says Mortal Kombat. Yes, it's a card. Sounds like copyright infringement. We got black. Okay, so black, 2 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 20 or more creature cards in your graveyard, you win the game. That's not bad. That's actually, that actually looks quite nuts. You just throw that in a dredge deck, and then if you don't win the game through, you know, killing them with dredge, you can just play Mortal Kombat and win the game just like that. I actually like that card a lot. Again, you gotta wait till your upkeep, so you're gonna be the target for 1 turn. I'm gonna make some more room. Okay, I'll make that an A tier card. That's a sick card in my opinion. You are obligated to yell, Mortal Kombat! And then play the song when you play this. I love, what super chats do we have? You guys are gonna snipe all the super chats. I gotta get through the super chats. You guys are gonna snipe the super chats! Richard! Vraska, Golgari, Queen. Does Vraska win on the spot? Oh, she got the assassins. She got the assassins, right? Alright, 4 mana, 4 loyalty, Vraska. +2. You may sack another permanent. If you do, gain a life and draw a card. That by itself is busted, in my opinion. -3, destroy target non-creature permanent with convert mana cost 3 or less. Also a really good utility ability. Then we got -9, you get an emblem. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game! Okay, that's worse. I thought it made assassin tokens, and the assassin's gonna come get you. Actually, it just turns everyone that you have into an assassin. How does that work? Alright, Vraska gives you the power of Death Touch, including if you touch the opponent. You get him in 1 shot. Alright, go Golgari, Vraska, Queen. I like this card. I like it a lot. You know what? I'm gonna make it... We're gonna make this one S tier. I like this card. Because the thing, it has utility beyond the I win the game part. I like the card. I have lost to this card many times just from it, like, drawing cards. Going +2 is insane. You just sack, like, a random token, draw a card. And also its removal in addition. I hate it. Where has Magic gone wrong? Winning on the spot, I know. Hey, that's how Magic used to be. They're going back to their roots. Magic used to be about winning straight on the spot. Okay, Lord Trevor. Good afternoon. Helix Pinnacle is a neat card. Do you have a bunch of mana you don't know what to do with it? Have you been just leaving your unspent mana? Do you remember the days of mana burn and it burned you out? Well, today we've got Helix Pinnacle. For a green, we have an enchantment with Shroud. So don't worry, no removal spells allowed. Pay X, put X tower counters on Helix Pinnacle, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 100 or more tower counters on Helix Pinnacle, you win the game. Congratulations. Thank you for coming around with your extra spare mana. You got that spare mana that's, you know, falling out and you're getting it lost in your couch here and there. Use that spare mana on Helix Pinnacle, and before you know it, you can pay for your children's college fund. You win the game! Okay, this is a pretty good one. I actually think this is an S tier type of card. It basically gives decks with infinite mana, like, you know, basically a win condition. You know, just something to do with their mana. It's clean. It's a clean win condition. The deck of many things. What the hell does that mean? Okay, let's go to the Battle of Wits. Best card ever? Well, that's a bit debatable. We have a blue 3 generic enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. If you have 200 or more cards in your library, you win the game. This says... This is like the greatest constructed trap of all time. It's basically have poured tons of, not just time, but also money of players' wallets into Battle of the Wits decks. And what for? Like, sometimes win with Battle of Wits? They just I've seen some decks, they just jam the best cards possible. They'll throw in the Tarmogoyf, they'll throw in Wild Nikachu, they'll throw in Dark Confidant, they'll throw in Supreme Verdict. You gotta have Supreme Verdict. They like mishmash like at least 3 archetypes in one and throw in Battle of Wits at the same time. Anyway, there is no loftier ambition than the pursuit of knowledge. Also the pursuit to actually try to make this thing work. Huge jank win condition, though. Doesn't work. Never has. It's phage territory. I don't know if it's phage territory. Might be a Hedron alignment territory. This is like not a realistic win condition. I have never seen Battle of Wits win ever. Yeah, this has got it. It's a meme card. Okay, going into the C tier. Can we be above the Hedron alignment, please? There we go. Just to save some space. The deck of many things is a card. Is it an uncard? Holy crap, it's not an uncard. It's actually real. Does it win the game? Oh, it actually... Someone loses the game. Alright, we got a 5-mana legendary artifact. Pay 2. You be rolling some dice. A d20. And subtract the number of cards in your hand. If the result is 0 or less, discard your hand. What the hell? Okay, you go. If it rolls 1 to 9, return a card at random from your graveyard to your hand. Wow, I lost my hand, though. Then between 10 and 19, we draw 2 cards. Alright, that sounds cash money. And if we roll the 20... Put a creature card from any graveyard on the battlefield under your control. When that creature dies, its owner, not you, loses the game. That is very evil. What an evil card. The deck of many things. Okay, I don't think this card is bad. I don't think this card is good either. It's a bit, like, weird. You have a 5% chance to draw the thing. And they're not even dead yet. Like, the creature has to die. The creature is under your control. The creature lives at the moment. It's an interesting dynamic. If you steal someone's creature, then they have like this huge onus to protect that creature so they don't die. When the creature dies, you lose. So I guess you have to make sure it gets exiled. Okay, we're gonna go. We need to go through more super chats. We did that, Vraska, right, Richard? Okay, Relord, Trevor. No, we did a Helix Pinnacle. All right, 9 Blue Bomber. 9 lives. How many lives? 9 lives. White, 1 generic. Enchant with hexproof. If a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. If there are 9 or more incarnation counters on 9 lives, you exile it. When 9 lives leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Good God. What's the point of this thing? If a source would deal damage to you, just prevent that damage? Oh, yeah, okay. So this card is actually quite good because it is a combo card with Solemnity. So 9 lives plus Solemnity means you get nothing. You take damage, this thing doesn't get counters because Solemnity says, well, you can't put counters on things. No, no, no. So actually, this is sort of an S tier-like card. Very strong combo card. Needs some help, though. By itself, it'd do nothing. Except give you 9 lives. Elfenerd with Strixhaven Stadium. Strixhaven, huh? With the, what are the Strixhaven clubs? Or color identity? Prismari? I like Prismari. I think it's better than Is It. I wish it caught on better. We should call it Prismari Murktide. Rolls off the tongue better. Alright, we got 3 mana for an artifact. Tap, add a color, put a point counter on Strixhaven Stadium. Alright, you got a point. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, remove a point counter from Strixhaven Stadium. Well, that's not good. Creature deals combat damage to you, remove a point counter. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, put a point counter on Strixhaven Stadium. Then if it has 10 or more point counters on it, remove them all, and that player loses the game! Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know if this is really that broken. So whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, remove a point counter. I can tap, put a point counter. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, I can remove all. Then if I have 10 or more, whenever a creature, does it trigger for each creature? Or if I attack with 10, we only get 1 counter? If I can attack with 10, and get 10 counters, that's not bad. But if I attack for 10 and I get 1 trigger, that sucks. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, I'm assuming you get a counter for every creature, which I actually then think this card is not bad. Triggers for each, good for it. And you can repeatedly do this over and over again. That's like a 1-card combo. I'm gonna put A tier. I like that card. It's a neat card. Might make you the target, but whatever. Did we talk about Lich Mastery yet? I don't think so. Lich Mastery. Sorry, Lich's Mastery. We got black, 3 generic and legendary enchantment with hexproof. You can't lose the game. Well, that's a difference. Whenever you gain life, draw that many cards. Is this an updated version of the super old reserve list card? Whenever you lose life, for each 1 life you lost, exile a permanent you control or a card from your hand or graveyard. Oh, good God, I don't want to lose my permanents. When Lich's Mastery leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Card has a lot of potential. Finally, we turn life gain into value. Who is this? This is one of those artificer guys. Anyway, I like it. We'll give it A tier. I'm running out of space on A tier. To be honest, I didn't know that there's so many I win the game cards, you lose the game cards. Okay, we gotta get back to the super chats before people get sniped to death. Okay, we got Logan. Logan, the cheese stands alone and or Baron Glory. You can't have both. Actually, you're only gonna have one because the cheese stands alone doesn't even exist. Baron Glory it is. Baron Glory, white, 4 generic at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control no permanents other than Baron Glory and have no cards in your hand, you win the game. Okay, this card works. I think this card is jank though. Like you gotta play your Baron. So okay, how do you win the game? You play Baron Glory, then you put like Oblivion's Oblivion Ring on it. So the moment you have Baron Glory out, people are like, oh, okay, we know what Bobby's trying to do here. Then Bobby plays Oblivion Ring. Okay, the second part of the combo has happened. There's so many ways this can go wrong. Then when you try to play your, what is it, Obliterate? Obliterate and blow up. Obliterate blows up the enchantments, right? Obliterate. Destroy all artifacts, creatures, and no, okay, so it has to be something else. Whatever, some red spell that blows it all up. I'd never play an Oblivion Ring. What on the Baron Glory? Well, you have to put something on the Baron Glory to protect it when you blow up the rest of the board, right? So it's too predictable of a combo. Way too predictable of a combo. So actually, I think this is in jank territory. We're gonna put it with head drawn alignment and battle of wits. So after you pull off your Baron Glory combo. And like they see it coming a mile away. Jockle Hops. Oh, that gets rid of the enchantments. All right. It's like, and also in response to the Jockle Hops, they can like exile or destroy the Oblivion Ring, and they just destroy your combo. They're going to get rid of it. Okay, we got King Ginger with Mechanized Production. Enchant treasure token. Mechanized Production. We got blue, 2 generic. It's an aura. Enchant artifact you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of enchanted artifact. If you control 8 or more artifacts with the same name as one another, you win the game. What a bizarre card to win with. Who the hell wins with this thing? So you have to like basically copy your thing over and over again. Hopefully with more than just the mechanized production. If so, you would create an army. It's funny, at the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of enchanted artifact. What if you enchanted Ornithopter? So if you have an army of 8 Ornithopter, you win the game. Oh no, not the Ornithopters. They're gonna come get us. Oh, you can put it on a treasure. Oh, that's broken. Oh no, 8 treasures. We're all doomed. Give me 8 walkers, I'll give you the city. Create a token that's a copy. Yeah, they didn't specify creature. That's stupid. All right, this card's not bad. That easily can be a win condition. So at the beginning of your upkeep, create a token. Then you do have to wait until next turn. Okay, this is a good one. This is definitely in very, very possible to combo off territory. I'm gonna put an A tier. A tier is, it's absolutely possible to combo off with this stuff. Interesting fact about mechanized production. You don't need to enchant the artifact that needs 8 copies. That's true. You could have the 10 copies already on the battlefield already. You can put it on Urz's Construct that gets bigger for each. I actually like that combo too. I mean, I'm not going to doubt that this card actually has some utility outside of trying to combo off, but it's pretty good. Okay, Dr. Cavalier. Give me that Lich, baby, the OG. Old Millennial Outs. Old OG in. Okay, Lich. The Lich. With the big guy. The guy with the face. Oh, hey, there he is. I found him. Okay, black. As Lich enters the battlefield, you lose life equal to your life total. So you got nothing. You don't lose the game for having 0 or less life, though. But if you were to gain life, you draw that many cards instead. Whenever you're dealt damage, sacrifice that many non-token permanents. If you can't, you lose the game. And whenever Lich is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you lose the game anyway. There's a lot of ways of losing the game, not many ways of winning the game off of this card. Anyway, this is a great card. I like it. But I like it as much as the last Lich card. This Vraska up here is looking weird. The thing is that Vraska is just good utility, even though it doesn't win the game outright. Anyway, so this Lich card. It's a bit dangerous. You have it out here, you can die. Should have been called Lich Dom or something like that. It looks like a creature. Definitely looks like a creature. Okay, do we have another... The Shahrazad count? Technicality, yes. It does say if you win the game. It's a very bizarre card to end up on this list. Players play a Magic subgame using their libraries as their decks. Each player who doesn't win the subgame loses half their life total rounded up. Each player who doesn't win the subgame... Basically, it's like if you lose the sub... It's worded a little bit weirdly, but it really means you lose this... if you lose the subgame, you lose half your life. Okay, D tier. Waste of time. Absolute crap card. No point into it. No point for it at all. Blue Bomber with Biovisionary. I misunderstood my card as Biovisionary. Huh? I think you knew exactly what you were doing, Blue Bomber. I think you knew exactly what you were doing. You didn't misunderstand anything. Okay, we got blue-green, 1 generic. For a 2/3 human wizard, at the beginning of the end step, if you control 4 more creatures named Biovisionary, you win the game. So you just have to copy this thing. It's like, what is it, like the mechanized... What's that other card called? Mechanized production. We just need to... We could have it... Oh, you can't even make this, but it's the... This isn't an artifact. I was just trying to think. How you'd have 2 I win the game cards and 1. It says, but Charizard is banned literally everywhere. Beyond well, no, it's some cards are banned for more reasons than just being broken. Sometimes they're just annoying. Believe it or not, that is... If a card is annoying enough, that does qualify to get banned. Okay, Biovisionary. You got 4 Biovisionaries? Will the real Biovisionary please stand up? I don't think it's unrealistic to pull this guy off. So we're gonna have him at A tier. We don't have a lot of stuff going on in the B tier. You can't even hold on, I gotta shrink myself. You can't even see Biovision. There he is. He looks great. Just like the rest of you today. And you know what's also great? FusionGamingOnline.com. What is the deal of the week this week? There is a new deal of the week every week. That's why you want to check out the new deal of the week every week at FusionGamingOnline.com. It is 15% off Double Masters and Modern Horizon sets. Those Masters sets, filled with all those great staples you love for Modern and Commander, it's 15% off now at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. They sell cardboard and cardboard accessories around here. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Why buy into a card unless you know you want to play it? And actually, now I think Mana Traders has new subscription tiers for anyone who wants to play Commander. There's a new one. Limited beta, limited standard. There we go. Commander. For 25 bucks a month, you could rent 450 ticks worth of cards on Magic the Gathering Online to play your Commander. Is it the Commander deck for you? We'll go find out by renting with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_N9M. Okay, back to I Win the Game cards. Me gotta change the music around here. I'm sorry I'm sticking to all these super chats, but they're so likely to get sniped. It's just crazy. Okay, King Ginger with Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. The ultimate. The Dragon God. Red, black, 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 blue for a 4 loyalty Bolas. Nicol Bolas. Dragon God has all loyalty abilities of all planeswalkers on the battlefield. You draw a card, each opponent exiles a card from their hand or a permanent they control. -3, destroy target creature or planeswalker. That's good utility. And then -8, each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker. Well, you dead. All right, you dead. You die now. The card's great. It's 5 mana. Nothing wrong with this card. This is an S tier card. Like, it's just a good card by itself. Such a lame subtitle. What, the Dragon God? Pew pew, what, Lord Magicus did the same thing. You know, I have to mention Nicol. Poor Lord Magicus got sniped. Okay, so we'll donate Lord Magicus chat to the actual chat, to the freebie section. We go with Bobby. Okay, it's Etrata the Silence. Is it so quiet? Okay, the Silencer, black blue 2 generic for a 3/5 vampire assassin. Can't be blocked. It's like the man with the golden gun. Whenever Etrata deals combat damage to a player, exile target creature that player controls. And put a hit counter on that card. That player loses the game if they own 3 or more exiled cards with hit counters on them. Etrata's owner shuffles Etrata into their library. This is such a weird card. I don't get it. I don't even understand the flavor. So it deals combat damage to a player, exile target creature that player controls. It's like, I hit you, but you're not dead. But I exiled a creature. Then if 3 or more have hit counters, then you die. It's like I dealt with all your henchmen. Oh, I see. And then if the player loses a game, if they own 3 or more exile cards with hit counters on them. So only when they lose the game, we shuffle Etrata back into the deck. I think this card sort of sucks. 3 times. 3 times the charm. I sort of want to 1-time the charm it. Okay, you're going to be in Phage territory. Don't think you're terrible. But that's a lot of work in order to win the game. Do Approach of the Second Sun in honor of the Bolas snipe. Okay, we'll do Approach. I have a feeling you're sniping someone else though. White 6 generic sorcery. If Approach of the Second Sun was cast from your hand, and you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game, you win the game. Otherwise, put Approach of the Second Sun into its owner's library, 7 from the top, and you gain a Heavenly 7 life. 7 life, that's a lot of life. Anyway, so yeah. And you only need, the sick thing about this card is you only need 1 in your deck. You just approach, put it back into your library, play it again, and boom, you win the game. And that's it. You can ignore all your other opponents. It doesn't matter. You just cast this damn thing. You cast it 1 more other time. No, super chats do not disappear after a while. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to all the super chats. You're all in order. You guys have this big long, this long chain of stuff. In fact, Richard, you're next. How about that? Whoops. Okay, Liliana's Contract. Thanks for the streams, by the way. Always nice to catch them after a boring day. Liliana's Contract. Her contract is I live, you die. That's always Liliana's contract. Is she? I don't understand. Is she a bad guy in this thing? She seems to be like the sort of bad guy on the verge of sort of sometimes being good. Sometimes she worked for Nicol Bolas. For all I know, she works for Emrakul. Black 3 generic enchantment. When Liliana's contract enters the battlefield, you may draw 4 cards and you lose 4 life. Holy smokes! That's a lot of, well, that's a lot of damage, but that's also a lot of card draw. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game. What a weird win the game card. Now I know why you demon players love making demon decks. She's bad, probably, I think, said someone, maybe. Yeah, she seems like consistently on the wrong side. She's like a mercenary. Whoever pays her more money, she's gonna follow the person with the most power. You know what? She follows the people with the most power. If it's the bad guys, she's with the bad guys. If it's sometimes it's the good guys, she's with the good guys. She's now a teacher. That's right. She's a Strixhaven teacher, teaching her all sorts of stuff. What are you teaching out there, Liliana? How to win the game with demons. It's not the worst card I've ever seen, so we're gonna put it in the B tier. Hard to build a Liliana deck around demons, though. Black Planeswalkers are about themselves. They are not good or bad, whatever benefits them. Well, sure. Owen is like, Thassa's Oracle! God damn it. Alright, Thassa's Oracle. The card that nobody asked for that came into existence. Thassa's Oracle. Blue 1/3 Merfolk Wizard. Okay, I know there's already a lot of good stuff on this card as it is, but as a Merfolk player, why couldn't it be 2 power? If it was 2 power, I could play this damn thing. When Thassa's Oracle enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library, or X is your devotion to blue. Put up to 1 of them on top of your library, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Believe it or not, that ability is pretty good. I've actually used that ability. You combo players, you have no idea what you're talking about. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game on the spot. Dangerous card. Very a danger. Probably deserves its own tier. Oh, Thassa's Oracle. Do you even speak for Thassa anymore? I think Thassa's Oracle speaks for herself. Okay, S tier easily. Oh, we got more super chats to get through. Like Lord Trevor! Alright, we got Felidar Sovereign. The kitty. Big cat. Cat beast. White. It's like a mountain. You know, you heard of mountain goats? Well, we have mountain cat here. White 4 generic for the 4/6 cat beach. Vigilance, lifelink. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game! You have so much life, you win the game! But the funny thing is, at 40, I mean, that's the starting life total in Commander. But, so, based on the comments I hear from the comment section, this combo is hard to pull off. Like, first off, you don't get Felidar Sovereign out on turn 1. And then if you do, you're screwed! Like, it's just impossible to live to the next turn with this thing on the battlefield. It's like, oh, you got Felidar Sovereign on the battle. Oh, you got 40 life. Get him! Get him! Everybody! We're gonna die if we don't get this Felidar Sovereign player. So things don't really work out as planned. Usually when I'm at 40 life, I'm losing. So this is funny. You gotta flash it? You gotta work hard to get your Felidar Sovereign combo off. Ah. I have no space in the A tier anymore. I don't even know if I want to make this an A tier card. What do you guys think? Is this busted? Is Felidar Sovereign busted? Ah, whatever. It's still like a 1. It's a 1 card win condition. No, I'm not gonna hate on 1 card win conditions. We'll give it S tier. We'll give it the S tier treatment. Don't know if this counts. Blightsteel Colossus. Absolutely not. Does not actually win the game. You guys think it's lower? You know, I'm gonna take your advice. Okay, let's put a B tier. I just went from S to... It's a 1-card win condition, but again, like, from what I hear, it's just so hard to pull off. Zik is like, I'm here to win. Aren't we all? Okay, Pacers fan forever. Test of endurance is busted in EDH, I believe. The test of endurance. White 2 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 50 or more life, you win the game. This is like a slightly worse Philidor Sovereign, although it's harder to get rid of because it's not a creature. It's kind of exactly like Supreme Verdict or Sweep It Away. At the beginning of your upkeep, you have 50 or more life, you win the game. All right. But it's got to be... Okay, we'll put it in the exact same tier as Philidor Sovereign. You guys can be buddies beside each other. Life total win the game cards. Pacers thinks it's busted. I think it's slightly better than Philidor Sovereign. Deuce Ex Machina. Darksteel Reactor. The best proliferate deck. The Reactor. Alright, we got a 4-mana indestructible Reactor. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a charge counter on Darksteel Reactor. When Darksteel Reactor has 20 or more charge counters on it, you win the game. How the hell do you get charge count? How do you get that many charge counters on this thing? This card's impossible. I think this card's jank. I know there's some cards that like add charge counters on the cards. So you do have to work super hard with a proliferate deck. But I think if you're proliferating, you're gonna win the game like some other way. We're gonna put in the C tier. We're gonna C tier it up. Easier to gain life than make charge counters. In my opinion. My opinion is the word of is worth gold around here. Did we do approach to this? Oh yeah, you got sniped fire. You got sniped by Lord Magicus. I love playing my group hug deck and suddenly winning by playing it twice on someone else's turn. Well, we're gonna give it to Mark Zilla. You're gonna donate your super chat. Simic Ascendancy. We got a blue-green enchantment, blue-green 1 generic. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Simic Ascendancy has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game. I think this is slightly more, like, this seems like a slightly better Darksteel. What was that last card? The Darksteel Reactor. So I think this is strictly better Darksteel Reactor, even though you do have to play blue and green. Because it's a lot easier to get the, what's it called? A lot easier to put counters on creatures than to get charge counters, in my opinion. I never understood the like for this card. Always felt janky. People like to win the... People like counters! And for some reason, Proliferate is busted. I don't understand why Proliferate is busted. I guess in casual Commander, no one can deal with Proliferate. Okay, I think it's a better version of the Reactor, so I'm going to put in the B tier. We got this squiddy... What is this thing? It's like a squid-like elf? Half elf, half squid plant or something. Alright, next up we've got... Hold on, I'm just gonna look briefly at the super chats. Alright, apparently we do not have Door to Nothingness. Who's the first person who mentioned Door to Nothing? I don't know, you're not the first person, Matt, but you're gonna get credit for it! The Door to Nothingness! It costs 5 mana, but that mana cost is a little deceptive. I wonder how they settled on 5 mana. Oh yeah, 5 mana seems fine. Comes to the battlefield, tapped. You gotta pay double Wooburg, tapped, sacrifice, Door to Nothingness. Target player loses the game. Everyone gonna be laughing at you. You lost the Door to Nothing. You saw it coming. I paid 5 mana. Then you saw me get the double Wooburg. Why didn't you defend yourself? It's not even like it's indestructible or anything. They're gonna kill you in one shot. I don't know, how easy is this to pull this thing off? I mean, Door to Nothingness must have been mentioned since the stream started. I know. I always thought it was a super chat though, so I didn't want to take anyone, like, but I'm looking at the super chats. Nobody actually mentioned Door to Nothingness here. I think the card sucks. I mean, you can play it in any deck, but technically it's got to be a Wooburg deck. You're going to do nothing with this card. Has anyone ever won with the Door to Nothingness? Anyway, I think it's in Hedron alignment territory. This is very wishful thinking. Alright, we have more. I have so many super chats today. You people love I win the game cards. Vorpal Sword done yet? No. Vorpal Sword. We got a black equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has Death Touch. Also, you can pay 8 mana until end of turn. Vorpal Sword gains whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player. That player loses the game. They be dead in one shot. I sort of like that ability because okay, the sword is just sort of normal. You pay a black. You pay a black to cast, double black to equip, +2/+0 Death Touch, not bad. And this can be done at instant speed. I don't know how often you're going to kill someone with it, but hold on, let's get the picture actually of the head. Poor head of Vraska. Is Vraska dead? How many times has Vraska died? I'm going to give this equipment A tier. I like it. I think it's a good one. I sold my Vorpal Sword. You sold to the devil. Alright, Platonic Liquid. Did we do Vorpal... What? You did that right after they did. Okay, so for that, we're going to donate this super chat to the public. Vraska is sort of dead. Some Book of Exalted Deeds. Is there a crappy combo with Book of Exalted Deeds with a Mutavault? It's a white, legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, you get a 3/3 white angel creature token to flank. That is nice value. I like that value. Okay, we're going to pay triple white, tap, exile Book of Exalted Deeds, put in enlightened counter on target angel. It gains, you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. Activate only as a sorcery. Great. And then the whole deal is you can put that on a Mutavault. And then when the Mutavault turns back into a land, it keeps the counter, and then you can't kill the Mutavault unless you like blow up the Mutavault. Weird combo. Not easy to pull off though. But you do at the very least get this. If you gain 3 life, you get creatures. I like that. It's a good ability. But we're running out of space at A tier. We're gonna put you in the corner over here. Running out of A tier cards. Faceless Haven was the target in standard. Ah, yes. Faceless Haven. Also a changeling. All creature types. Halo Fountain from Baloo Bomber. It's one hell of a fountain of youth. Wait, isn't this like that? Isn't this basically like the fountain of crack? Because Halo was like the drug of Capenna. And so this is just like, okay, this is the fountain of drugs flowing. Get high, everyone. All right, we got a white 2 generic artifact. Pay a white, tap, untap, a tapped creature you control. Create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. You can also pay double white, tap, untap 2 tapped creatures you control. Draw a card. Okay, what's so wrong about this? I want to untap my creatures. I want to draw a card. Then we have for 5 white. Tap, untap 15 tap creatures you control, and you win the game. That's wild. But you do have to get it going. Angel Juice sounds like drugs. Sounds like blood drugs. Sounds disgusting. We're sucking on the blood of angels. So we get high around here. Who cleared this Halo stuff? What to say about this? Sounds impossible. Untap 50. But like the first half of this card is great. Like 3 mana. You create creatures. You can draw cards. Instant speed. We're rating the whole card. And for this, I like this card. I'm going to put in the S tier. That's the only reason Vraska's up here, is that she's a decent card by herself. I'm going to give the Halo thing... S tier. It's actually pretty good utility compared to the rest of this crap around here. You know, like, I'm gonna upgrade the Revel to Riches now that we've seen what these other cards do. I think the Revel and the Riches thing is actually quite good compared to the rest of the stuff. Getting like 10, what was it, 10 treasures, you win the game. I think that's a lot easier than the rest of these cards. Does Pact of Negation count for this episode? Yes. Pact of Negation. Yeah. It's a bit cheesy. Character spell. To give your upkeep, pay 5 mana. If you don't, you lose the game. But that's okay. You're not going to lose the game because you're going to win the game because you just played a Pact of Negation for victory. You protected your Thassa's Oracle combo, didn't you, you scummy Pact of Negation player? Absolute scum. Pacers fan forever with Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. What you wielding, Jace? Jace the Welder. No, I want the Wielder. Jace W. Okay, there we go. We got there, folks. We got there. Okay, Wielder of Mysteries. Triple blue, 1 generic for 4 loyalty. If you would draw a card, well, your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. So basically, it's another Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle in Planeswalker form. Maybe Thassa's Oracle was working for Jace after all. Went to the Jace Academy. +1, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. Draw a card. It's just basically +1, draw a card. And also can sort of win the game by itself. -8, draw 7 cards. And if the library has no cards in it, you win the game. Otherwise, you draw 7 cards. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with 7 cards at all. All right, the Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. You're super S tier. I like this card. Damn, I'm running out of space, and you people are still super chatting like absolute crazy. You people are just nuts. Mortal Kombat, yes. Oh, I did Mortal Kombat. Crowcore Games, Atali, Primal Sickness. She's sick, ain't she? Atali, Primal. This is not a win the game card, is it? Exile, Transform, Sorcery. They only get that many poison counters. Does not actually win the game. Your super chat's gonna get deliciously donated to Tommy Hide Tsugo second right. That also doesn't win the game. I mean, I know where you're going here. I know exactly what you guys are going for, but does not technically win the game on the spot. Okay, we'll give it to... It's hard to donate the super chat. To Kankusha. Triskade... I think this is also a card that doesn't win the game. I need another show for these cards. These are like... Under the right conditions, you win the game on the spot or something like that. We did Philidor Sovereign already. Okay, Coalition Victory from Roundwave Crusher. That's a card we haven't done yet. I don't know. What's the verdict on this card? This card good? This card bad? Is the card good? Is the card bad? Because the card is banned. For Wooburg, 3 generic sorcery, you win the game if you control a land of each basic land type and a creature of each color. Somehow, this is more broken than Revel of Riches. This card makes no sense at all. I think there are a lot... Like, Helix Pinnacle is probably easier to pull off than this damn thing. Oh, is there another one? Is Triskaidophonia a thing? Okay, I'll look. You win the game if you go... Anyway, I think this card is... It's okay. I think the card is... I don't think it's busted, though. Okay, where can we find love in the A tier? We're going to squeeze you with Book of Exalted Deeds and this Drago. Or actually, no, this is a good spot. Between the end the turn card and the dragon. This card can unband. Yes. We wish a lot of cards got unbanned. Okay. Let's see if I write this. Trisketa file. Oh, the file. Okay. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. And you have no maximum hand size because you can actually pull that off. Oops. Where's my sound effect? And you can draw cards. This card is very underwhelming, though. Exactly 13 cards, huh? Shahrazad tier. I think the card is jank. Jank, I say. Lord Trevor. Epic struggle for you token players. The epic struggle. I just wanted to use the applause sound effect. I haven't found a good opportunity all day. Okay, we got a green 2 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more creatures, you win the game. That is for the token players, that's for sure. That is Revlin Riches for tokens. So maybe it deserves a high spot. No, I cannot trust myself to give S tier. We give A tier. A tier to everybody. I'm gonna have to move some of this stuff up, though. Alright, King Jinder with Vraska the Unseen. Is Vraska all about winning the game? Vraska, Relic Seeker, Gorgon, oh, is this the Assassin token one? This is the Assassins! This is where they send out the men with the golden guns. Okay, 5 mana for 5 loyalty. Until your next turn, whenever a creature deals combat damage to Vraska, destroy it. It just dies. It blows up. Whoops. -3, destroy target non-land permanent. Okay, not bad, but for 5 mana, I don't like it. And then for -7, create 3 1/1 black assassin creature tokens with whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Good luck dealing with all 3 of them. You're gonna be dead by then. I think she's a Gorgon, but what happens when she fights Stone Golem? I don't know. Who knows? Okay, pretty janky Planeswalker in my opinion. I'm gonna give it a C tier. She's not the worst of all the Planeswalkers, but she's not the best either. Dude, both Trisk cards fit the bill. No! One Trisk just deals 13 damage when you're at 13 life. It implies that you're going to win the game, but not that you're actually going to win the game. What if some of that damage was prevented? What if? What if they gain life at the last second? Or am I wrong? Hold on. What's the last Trisk? Oh yeah, do you know what? I'm wrong. Trisketophobia works. I'm a moron. I'm an absolute idiot. This completely works. Alright, we got a black 3 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one. I thought, okay, Hidetsugo. However, I think I paired Hidetsugo second right with this thing. Hidetsugo, it doesn't work. I know that 100%. Or does it? I swear that Hidetsugo deals exactly damage equal to your life total if you have like 10 or something life. Anyway, okay, at the beginning of your upkeep, choose one. Each player with exactly 13 life loses the game. Then each player gains 1 life. And then we have each player with exactly 13 life loses the game. And then each player loses 1 life. Guess we'll take a little picture of this thing over here on the side. I think that this card's pretty janky. C tier. That's hard. You know, you just slowly 1 life at a time get close to killing your opponent. Hidetsugo deals 10 damage to the opponent exactly. But it doesn't say they lose the game. What if that damage is prevented? You can't prevent Triskaphobia or Trisketophobia. Whatever. Okay. Akaya, happily ever after. What do you got for happily ever after? Sounds like a Kaldheim card. No, sorry. Eldraine card. White 2 generic enchantment. When happily ever after enters the battlefield, each player gains 5 life and draws a card. That doesn't sound good. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 5 colors among perms you control, there are 6 or more card types among perms you control and or cards in your graveyard, and your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, you win the game. Holy crap. So many conditions. Yeah, basically, if you have the perfect marriage, you'll never have a divorce. That's what you're trying to tell me. D tier. Or is it D tier? It's a pretty garbage card. I don't like how hard it is to pull that off. They want too much. Someone wants too much in that relationship. They have too high expectations too high. The key to a long-lasting relationship, low expectations. Don't expect much and you'll be happy. Then you'll be happily ever after. We got the Fountain with do Pact of Negation or any other. Oh, we did that one, Fountain. But was it you who asked? Or was it somebody else? But anyway, we gotta donate your super chat anyway. We donate your super chat to Willie Divine Intervention. Does this count? This doesn't win or lose the game. This is a draw the card card. Sorry, draw the game card. Okay, we gotta do another one. As of Mom, boy, that didn't take long. Imagine Frexen's at the end of Snow White. Oh, we need another one. Okay, we gotta get Turiat with Ramses, Assassin Lord. The Ramses. Ooh, it's Jameer's Assassin Lord. He's gonna get his sword out and everything. Okay, blue, black, 2 generic for a 4/4 human assassin with death touch. Other assassins you control get +1/+1. What is this, Assassin Lord? It is literally Assassin Lord. As advertised. That could be a show. Cards as advertised with their name. Whenever a player loses the game, if they were attacked this turn by an assassin you controlled, you win the game. Whoa! So basically you kill them with the assassin and you win. That is a victory royale. I like it. Okay, we're going to put in the B tier. It's not unrealistic. That can happen. Platonic Liquid also with happily ever after. But already chosen. That's the second time you super chatted a card that was already super chatted. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna give to this Cruel Ultimatum doesn't win the game, does it? No. Okay. Next one. Uark. My Yells Aria. Okay, for Naya enchantment, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a counter on each creature you control. If you control a creature with power 5 or greater, then you gain 10 life. If you control a creature with power 10 or greater, then you win the game if you control a creature with power 10 or greater. That's crazy, though. What creature do you have that's going to be 10 or greater? Jank! So the Jank pile with you. There we go. The D tier. Okay, how do we finish this show without a Maze's End? We're not done yet, but okay, we'll get Maze's End. I don't think I saw it as a super chat for some reason. And it was a battlefield tap. Tap, add 1 generic mana to your mana pool. But that's not all. You can pay 3, tap, return Maze's End to its owner's hand. Research your library for a gate card. Put onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. If you have 10 or more gates with different names, you win the game. Well, she's looking at Progenitus, which has 10 power, so not that. Yeah, that's only 10 power. You gotta look bigger. Unless Progenitus can get bigger. Get double the power. I don't know what to say about this card. I think this card is a bit crap, but it's sort of a free roll if you have a gate deck. You don't really, I mean, you can do it at instant speed, right? Return hand, switch your library for a gate card, put onto the battlefield. So you're just swapping Maze's End. So you have nothing to lose, really. And randomly you can win the game. How do I get like a vertical picture of Maze's End? This is not a very... Does this even look like a Maze's End to us? B tier. Gates sort of suck. They don't even gain life, for crying out loud. Maze's End is amazing. Hey! It was a deck in Standard. And it's a random win condition. It's a passive win con. Hey, your deck is full of a bunch of tap land. Your deck is full of budget dual lands anyway. It's a budget dual land deck. You know it. Okay, we got Jacob with Abyssal Prosecutor. Makes games never end. Prosecutor? I don't think this is it. Hold on. Abyssal... Sorry, Persecutor, not Prosecutor. You said Persecutor, yeah. I'm an idiot. Okay, I was like, Prosecutor? This guy's a lawyer now? Wait, we got a black, 2 generic, 6/6 flying trample. You can't win the game, and your opponents can't lose the game. Oh, this is such a very sad face looking card. All right, now what do we do? Well, we got to kill the Abyssal Prosecutor. Okay, does anyone have any removal? Do you have removal? Do you have any spot removal? Do we have anything? Well, I got some, but it's for non-black creatures. Damn it! How do we get rid of this damn thing? All right, how many cards are left in your deck? Comes down to decking. This game could use more demon... It's demon lawyers, that's right. It makes sense, too. They have a few cards where it looks like there's a lawyer in the picture and that's a demon. This is a paradox to... It is a paradox to the theme. Okay, but it's a good... It's not really that good. Like, it's not actual... I guess it's S tier. You know, compared to all the other I win the game cards here, this might as well be considered a powerhouse. We'll give it the S tier treatment. Josh Karen with Laboratory Maniac. Or Approach of the Second Set. We didn't do Laboratory Maniac. The blue 2 generic 2/2 human wizard. If you would draw a card while your library has nothing in it, you win the game instead. This was the OG Thassa's Oracle. Do people still play this? Like, just in case they get their Thassa's Oracle named by, like, Meddling Mage or exiled from their deck, like, they can still Laboratory Maniac the victory. My only question, what was the point of, like, making a better Laboratory Maniac? Like, did that seem necessary? That seemed very, very, very unnecessary. If anything, you still needed to draw a card from here. Yes, still sees playing Legacy. Really, what deck? What plays Laboratory Maniac instead of... Because you don't need Thassa's Oracle. Oh, so you don't need anything else other than the Thassa's Oracle? Unless you need it as, like, copies 5 and 6 as a win condition. Please do Mechanized Productions. We did! It got... where's Mechanized Productions? Did we put it at the top? We did not. Oh, here it is. That's the Mechanized Productions. It was an A tier card. More options are always good. Well, not when they win instantly. Laboratory is 10 times cheaper than... Come on, for Legacy players, and even for most of you Commander players, you know, price is not an issue. This card's still money! This is like $4. I understand in Commander, because you only get to play with one copy of a card. So you got one Thassa's Oracle, one Laboratory Maniac. Like, every single one of these things count. Yeah, so you need enough of these cards together. Anyway, so S tier. It was the OG Thassa's Oracle. In fact, we can put it right next to Thassa's Oracle. You are buddies. You went to the same college. You took the I win the game physics. Alright, Crowcore Games, what do you got for us this time? Primal Sickness. Does win if it hits someone. They get 11 poison counters and lose the game. No. Yeah, you're trying to get a tally on here. Donating your super chats. You're not. I disagree. Otherwise, I gotta put like tons of other infect cards on here, damn it. It don't count. Aaron with Angel of Destiny. Did we do this one? 5 mana, Angel Cleric, double strike, 2/6 flyer. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life at the beginning of your end step. If you have 15 life more than your starting life total, each player Angel of Destiny attack this turn loses the game. Sweet card. All you have to do is attack. Did we do this one? I don't think we did. Does this image pair up with any other image I have over here? I think it's a sweet card. B tier. Bit expensive. We did it at minute 10. Okay, hold on. Where's Angel of Destiny? I hope I have it in the same tier. I don't see it. I think we did something similar. No, I don't see a match. I think we did something very similar. Angel of Destiny was from yesterday. Thank you very much, Hitmonkey. Chance Encounter. Ooh, you know, taking no chances with this card. Red, 2 generic. Whenever you flip a coin, put a luck counter on Chance Encounter at the beginning of your upkeep. If Chance Encounter has 10 or more luck counters on it, you win the game. This is a combo card with that Is It Djinn, or that genie. So because of that, there's like a genie or a Djinn that you can make as many counters as you want. So you can flip a coin as many times as you want. You would just win the game instantly with this thing. All right, let's get through these super chats. Lord Trevor, donate. What do you want? My donation to the chat. Have more coffee. Thank you so much, Lord Trevor. So you're gonna donate to Camille. Surge to Victory. Another Strixhaven card. Red, 4 generic. Exile target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Creatures you control get +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. But whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player this turn, copy the exiled card you may cast. This doesn't win the game. It's fun. Disqualified. Okay, Steve Cooper, what do you got for us? Raccoons find the best stuff. Oh, we're not done yet. We not done yet. Let's look at. I like this song. Vessel of the All-Consuming. What is that, like? It sounds like a car ride full of Eldrazi. Or I guess a boat. Oh, the Eldrazi are on a boat! Oh, it's an all-consuming vessel? Hold on. All-consuming vessel. This is the only thing that pops up for all-consuming. I'm gonna look up vessel. Vessel of all-consuming. It doesn't exist. How is it that several people... Oh, is it on the flip side of this? That's why this stupid card keeps showing up. Okay, Hidetsugu consumes all. 3 mana. Chapter 1. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. They go bye-bye. Exile all graveyards. So, graveyard decks, you screwed. Chapter 3, Exile the Saga. Return to the battlefield under your control into the Vessel of the All-Consuming. It's a 3/3 trampler. Whenever the Vessel of the All-Consuming deals damage, put a +1/+1 counter on it. When Vessel of the All-Consuming deals deals damage to a player, if it has dealt 10 or more damage to that player this turn, they lose the game. This is a very good card on the front. The second half sort of sucks. But I will judge it based on the front half. This is an S tier card. Put it right next to Vraska. Right beside it. Platonic Lucas. Okay, I'll have an original one. The Amulet of Quaz. So you literally were just intentionally choosing cards that were already named. The Amulet of the Quaz. Okay, what the hell is this? Okay, 6 mana. This is some anti-card. Remove Amulet of Quaz from your deck before playing if you're not playing for anti. I can't remember. I think you were one of the gambling types, Platonic Liquid. You want to play for anti. So, okay, we tap, sacrifice Amulet of Quaz. Target opponent may ante the top card of their library. If they don't, you flip a coin. If you win the flip, that player loses the game. If you lose the flip, you lose the game. Activate only during your upkeep. This card is like everything that is Magic the Gathering is trying to like dodge these days. Like, they don't want to have anything to do with gambling, and they also don't want games being decided by coin flips and games of chance. And this is everything to do with that. I don't even know how good or bad this card is. I'm just gonna put it at the bottom here. Amulet of Quaz, D tier. Mostly because you are illegal. Well, hold on, let me try to interpret this card. You target opponent may ante the top card of their library. If they don't, you flip a coin. Oh, okay, it is bad because it's just random. If they choose not to, you could lose the game yourself. But whatever. Lose the card forever or the game ends now. That's right. Or you lose the game yourself. Anything can happen. Josh Karen, last chance. Did we not do that one? Oh, we didn't, actually. Take an extra turn after this one. At the beginning of that turn's next end step, you lose the game. I think this card's good. It's good for an extra turn spell for red, and it's only 2 mana. Okay, Vraska, you gotta squish over here. Gonna make room for last chance. You too, Helix Pinnacle. There we go. Space Pirate, I'm late. Have we looked at Hedron alignment yet? We have. We did a super long time ago. Where's Hedron alignment? There it is. Right over there, C tier. Good luck aligning that damn thing. Okay, so we need to find... Okay, Gideon... Oh, no. Toads. Gideon of the Trials. Your super chat is donated to Toads. Alright, 3 mana for a 3 loyalty Gideon. Until your next turn, prevent all damage prevent all damage target a permanent would deal. Then for 0 mana, you have a 4/4 indestructible creature that prevent all damage, and also you have the 0. You get an emblem with, as long as you control a Gideon Planeswalker, you can lose the game, and your opponents can't lose the game. This card is actually sick. Very underrated card. For as long as you have Gideon on the battlefield, you're invincible. It's better than Platinum Angel. Ah, damn it. Gideon. Next to 9 lives. And Nicobolus. You go find some room over there. Okay, Crowcore Games is gonna give us some argument over here. Heartless Hidetsugo plus any damage doubler. It deals half your life, then it deals half. Okay, you lose on your life. That's not how this show works, though. The card guy says you just lose. You lose the game, or you don't lose the game. Or they lose the game. Or they can't win the game. But you know what, Crowcore Games? I love you, because you're donating to... Toilet Duck. Faith-bound Judge? Faith-bound Judge. And Sinner's Judgment. Is that 2 cards? Oh, it is 2 cards. Alright. We got 3 mana, 4/4 Spirit Soldier. Defender! Flying Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Faith-bound Judge has 2 or fewer judgment counters on it, put a judgment counter on it. As long as Faith-bound Judge has 3 or more judgment counters on it, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. And it has Disturb. What we got on the other side? Chant player, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a judgment counter on Sinner's Judgment. Then if there are 3 or more judgment counters on it, enchant player loses the game. Sinner's Judgment would be put into a graveyard from anywhere. Exile it instead. That's a lot of work. Enchant. So you have to... How do you even get this on somebody? Through the Disturb? Ah, you disturb it onto somebody. That's so expensive. That's 7 mana. And it still has the claws. All right, D tier. It's worse than door to nothingness. Okay, Blue Bomber, my last one not go through. Mirrored into Besi. Ooh! I know that one. That's a great card. I think that's an underrated card, too. That should have been on yesterday's show. Okay, it's a 3-mana enchantment. Enters the battlefield, you choose Mirren or Phyrexian. Mirren, you get artifact. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you get a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token. That's sick! And then Phyrexian, at the beginning of your end step, draw a card, then discard a card. Then if there are 15 or more artifact cards in your graveyard, target opponent loses the game. I think this card is cash money. This is... I don't know why more people don't play this card. I think the card is insane. 15 artifacts in your graveyard. If you're an artifact deck, like, that's just win the game on the spot. And it's like, and then if you don't even choose Phyrexian, you can choose Mirren, and then it's effectively... It's like a Psy Master Thopterist. Okay. Oh, maybe yesterday was... Okay, maybe I'm thinking of the different card. I'm thinking of underrated MTG cards. No, wasn't yesterday underrated MTG cards? Okay, so this, I think it should be... Ugh, I don't want to put this A tier. I'm going to trust my gut. This is an S tier card. I could be wrong. I think there's a lot of crappier cards on this list than this. This thing's 3 mana for crying out loud. Maybe it's easier to draw out your deck than pray it'll be on the field at your upkeep. But that's the thing, you got the other mode on here. Like, you don't need to go for the win the game mode here. So it's like really good by itself. Yeah, yesterday was underrated card for less than 10 bucks. Exactly. That is an underrated card for less than $10. Redco. What do you got, Redco? Frodo. I didn't know Frodo can win the game. Frodo can win the game versus exactly one creature, and that is Sauron. Okay, we have a white 1/2 halfling citizen. Azorius. If Frodo, Sauron's Bane is a citizen, becomes a halfling scout with base power and toughness 2/3 and lifelink. Triple black. If Frodo is a scout, it becomes halfling rogue with... Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has tempted you 4 more times this game. Otherwise, the ring tempts you. What a crap card. Frodo, you wouldn't hurt a fly. Although I think you bit off... No, sorry. It was, Golem bit off his finger. Platonic Liquid, Yargle and Multani if the opponent has 18 life. Hold on. Yeah, if. Some big major ifs we got around here. Alright, we got near-death experience from Toads. Near-death experience. Toad is just sitting here at the end, just scooping up all the free super chats. White, 2 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 1 life, you win the game. I do have a good win the game sound effect here. Not really. You won the game at 1 life. Congratulations. Hard to pull off, but I think it's something. I'm going to put in B tier. Just think it's awkward. It says, it's just as awkward as trying to win with a full life total as it is to win with 1 life total. Alright, Crowcore Games. Well, I give up. Jaya's emoting Inferno. Alright, you got it. What's Jaya's? Okay, we got a red X, legendary sorcery. It deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets. What do you are like... Okay.
No! God, please, no!
None of these work. Nothing you've mentioned today works with the show. We'll go with We're donating the super chats to Avatar Woe. Tarata the Silencer? Oh, we did that one already. Have we run out of cards? Have we gone through every single card now? So Blaze? Yeah, it's basically... Well, it's basically Blaze. Okay, we'll look at Turiots, Out of the Tombs. I have a feeling we're running out of cards now. We've gone through every single card that can win the game or lose the game. Okay, black 2 generic enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, put 2 Eon counters on Out of the Tombs, then mill cards equal to the number of Eon counters on it. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, instead return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. If you can't, you lose the game. And it's over. If you would draw a card while the library has no cards in it, instead return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield if you can't. So basically, for as long as you can draw put a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, you're okay. That's not terrible. Then mill cards. You have to mill cards. But I don't get the effects. Like, what's the benefit here? If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, instead return a creature card from your graveyard to the... Okay, so the idea is you have no deck, but you keep putting creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Got it. It's not bad. I think it's an A tier like card. Gonna move them dragon. I'm gonna move the angel over. Okay, dragon can come back a little bit. Okay, do we find Ramses, Assassin Lord? We did that one already. So we have to donate the last super chat. Okay, who's getting it? Who wants it? Who wants a free super chat? Zeus wants it. All right, Alchemist's Gambit. Did we do this one? Alchemist Gambit. No, this... Oh, wait a minute. There is actually a lose the game thing on here. Okay. Red 1 generic with cleave of 7 mana. Take an extra turn after this one. During that turn, damage can't be prevented. At the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. Exile Alchemist Gambit. But if you pay 7 mana, you just take an extra turn after this one and damage can't be prevented. This card, take an extra turn, makes plenty of sense to me. Oh, God. Okay, we put it between Lich and Biovisionary. Leveler with donate, of course. Oh my goodness. You like I win the game cards, except for the ones that actually say I win the game. Christopher. Okay, so we donate the super chat to Christopher. Celestial Converge. Okay, white 2 generic enchantment comes into play with 7 omen counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an omen counter from Celestial Converge. If there are no omen counters on Celestial Converge, the player with the highest life total wins the game. If 2 or more players are tied with the highest life total, the game is a draw. He comes into play with 7. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an omen counter from Celestial Converge. This is so weird. So whoever has the most life at the end of this card will win the game. But there's like no way of determining who that's going to actually be. Unless you can remove all the counters at once. D tier. Alright, I'm free! I gotta get out of here before more super chats show up. Alright, well that's it. That's our tier list of all the cards that win the game or make other people lose the game. Beautiful. And if you want to be part of the show, you gotta be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. What are you doing? Everyone asks me, when do you have the show? I mention it after every show, every single time. It makes more sense if you're asking when the AI shows and custom card shows are happening. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a member on YouTube, a patron on Patreon, or you're here super chatting to be part of the show at Coffee and MTG, 11 o'clock in the morning. And we also got to thank everyone who shows up, whether you're donating or you're not donating, because you're part of the show anyway. Thanks to Aaron Smith, Steve Cooper, we got Abzo, King Ginger, Emerald Crowley, we got Uark, Lord Trevor, Sebastian, Toads, Mark Zilla, Spectral Maniac, we got Aaron Smith, Platonic Liquid, Space Pirate, because as usual, my coffee crew, you guys are the show. I'm nothing without you. So keep up brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.